Have you
know.
taken an IQ test, Shoe? I'm
Oh,
not. I mean,
like I think I
don't
did in
know.
like okay, I think I did in like high school, and like
Uh-oh.
I literally skipped a whole bunch of questions too because I'm like, oh,
See,
it math, and I just skimmed through it, and I think it said like it was like 90 or something. It was like
Well,
so
I will
bad.
say, if you skim the IQ test, that's pretty stupid.
Yeah, I just had no patience for it.
it's
So
easy.
I don't
It's
actually
easy to
know
fail
my.
these things. Yeah,
But
you
wait
need
a
a
minute,
certain amount of motivation just to persevere through them. They're pretty hardcore sometimes.
but you not having patience for something, and as you said, you have
Yes,
ADHD. I mean, I
you
don't
could
think
be a
that
genius. You
you
didn't
could
even
be a
take the
super.
test.
I mean, look,
God gave me ADHD because he knew I'd be too powerful. Like I'm just making fun of the whole debate sphere that goes on Twitter. Like every
right.
other day, it's is fucking your dead cousin morally neutral? Like the craziest shit. And so I was just making fun of that, and I don't know if Joel was aware that that's an ongoing joke, but
Yeah, obviously he wasn't aware at all of this. But that's so much of these miscommunications are just, especially with Twitter, is that generally when people tweet something, there's some context they're referring to, and often the people respond angrily, have no clue as to what the context is.
I find it funny that Big Joel is categorizing comedy as anti-intellectualism because what?
Yeah, like that's a big thing in leftist circles is I was talking to Sitch about this actually. Is this looking down at people who are anti-intellectual,
Oh yeah, I
and
can't stand that.
it's extremely elitist. So being part of,
Yes.
I guess, the anti-SJW community back in the day where they were like fedora tipper atheists was way less elitist than the fucking online left. Holy shit.
Yeah.
They are so elitist. If you're not like some, political major who graduated college and you know all the fallacies and you've read all the books of the 100 books of dead guys, like who wrote them a million years ago. If you haven't done all of that, like don't even bother. Don't even come into the conversation. There's like no room for you. You're a dumbass. You're an anti-intellectual, whatever. It's like shit. There's like no room for just being a dumbass left winger. like the right, you could just come in, like spew bullshit, have fun, post memes, and take things seriously, but in a more like in a way that gets like, for example, Stone Toss, right? 3 panels he can get across a point. And like I obviously don't agree with all of his comics, but like he knows like how to do that and be snappy, whatever. The left, there's a reason why they say they do that meme where it's like a wall of text,
right? Yeah,
because the left, like you have to get every detail right, like you have to know all of the things, and like everything is so complicated. And I would love to just have like the dumbass left, like the new wing of the left, just the dumbass left. No elitism. Like you care about, workers' rights and class issues and equality and whatever, come on in. You don't gotta read theory or, all shit. I don't know. So it's really elitist, and this video was a little bit elitist to me, but also again,
hugely
like,
elitist.
I think he was coming at it. He was coming at it from like I think he was being nice. I don't think he was being like an asshole. Like,
this is why I wanted to cover it, because it is hugely elitist. He literally titled the video "Twitter and Anti-Intellectualism." So, I mean, yeah, that's what bugged me is that he comes at it with this totally elitist perspective and then really doesn't illuminate morality in any way, shape, or form in any kind of intellectual way. It's the perfect irony. It's like, you think you're this big brain intellectual here. You've read nothing on moral psychology or moral philosophy. You're just navel gazing.
Well, and I mean, and maybe you disagree with this, but to me, the difference that you described between like the skeptics and the leftists shows that the skeptic community, or the atheist community, really, their arguments were more based on logic and trying to, analyze something in a logical way, where a lot of the leftist arguments seem to be like, once you get deep into them, it kind of falls back on word games and kind of pedantic academic vocabulary shifting. And to me, that's why there's sort of this difference in attitude between, oh, there's elitism there because all the arguments at the end of the day rely on making kind of disingenuous, dishonest academic arguments in leftist spheres.
That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting.
Should we move
I
on?
don't know if you disagree with that.
I'm like thinking, sorry, I have ADHD. I like zoned out.
But it's hard to say how specifically. Does she still think feminism is dumb as hell? Does she still think fatphobia is just made up BuzzFeed nonsense? Does she still think women are biologically determined to be less funny than our
Pause.
men? I don't know.
I know. I was gonna
I've
say.
never said that
Really? Okay.
in my life.
So where's that claim? You
That
don't
was
have
the
any
one-
idea?
I
Where?
li-
Yeah.
I
Where are you at
literally-
on this claim though? Before you,
I literally
regardless of
messaged
whether
him.
you said it in the past, where are you at on this claim? That's what we really want
Oh,
to know.
so my whole thing. So I made a whole video called "Women Aren't Funny," and in it I not debunked, but I responded to a feminist and then an anti-feminist, and they both had very different opinions on this. And the feminist said that women aren't funny because like they're more scared to be funny because of misogyny and whatever. And then the anti-feminist was like, women aren't funny because laughing gives them wrinkles and they don't want to laugh. Like crazy shit, right?
Wait, so they were both
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
women aren't
So-
funny. They were just using different arguments.
Yeah, like it was interesting. So like my takeaway was basically being funny is a personality trait that some people have and some people don't. But
True.
but like being funny is also something that like attracts people, and like sometimes men kind of like have to like train themselves to be funny in order to like get friends or get laid
True.
or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So like I had a few different opinions, but none of them were women are biologically less funny. So that like actually pissed me off, and I messaged him. I was like, hey, like I never said that, so I don't know.
Oh, really? This one triggered you, huh?
Yeah. I was like triggered because like all these people who probably don't know who I am now see this video
right.
and they're like, women are biologically that's like weird.
Or even people
like,
that do know you, they're like, oh, I didn't know she said that.
yeah,
And they just
Yeah.
assume that you said that at some
False
point.
information. That sucks. Reputation destruction.
I mean, I haven't seen any
it's over.
I haven't seen any citations, any sources on this, but I wouldn't be surprised if we found that men use humor as a social strategy more than women do.
Mhm.
Yes.
And that would be interesting to look into that.
No, I think so. I could see that.
Oh yeah, but you understand by saying that you can see that, you're agreeing that women are biologically not funny.
See, like biologically, I feel like they would be like in their genes, not like because men have to like train themselves to be funny, to adapt socially.
Yeah,
I don't
motivation.
know if that's biological.
If you have
Yeah,
if you have a group that has a higher motivation to do something, obviously more people in that group are gonna strive to do it. Yeah. That makes perfect sense, but it's not necessarily biology is
Hey, maybe
as
it
much
is
as
biological.
culture. It could be
Maybe.
either one, yeah. But you
See?
don't still
You're
believe
giving
this
in.
because
Joel was
you-
right. He just saw the future.
I'm giving it Joel was right. Yeah.
Well, I would say it's probably not that people like that being funny is biological, but that whatever pressures that whatever social pressures that have men succeeding through comedy socially where women don't succeed as much through being funny, those pressures are probably based on some biological factor, not the funniness itself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Humor's such a
Yeah.
cultural
So maybe I
context
didn't say
anyway.
it back then, but now Stitch is.
There you
I don't
go.
know.
There you go.
Maybe Joel is right.
Now you
Yeah.
Actual Justice Warrior in the chat says, I trained in the hyperbolic time chamber to be funny. Yes. Thank you, Sean. Oh no, Adam, it's barely visible Kyle for $20. And he says, Adam, I need your help. I'm never going to get out of this mess if people can't see me. I need more people to see me. Adam, raise your arm high into the sky and help people see me.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, Kyle. But I hope you figure out how to be seen.
Should we show Sue the picture or should we not show Sue the picture?
Do you want to see our degenerate picture?
Someone might
Wait,
have
is it
drawn
the-
you as Hitler. But-
Oh wait, I saw that. Somebody showed
Okay.
it to me on
yes.
Twitter.
Okay, good.
Okay,
good.
okay, good. You saw
It was great.
Yeah.
women are biologically determined to be less funny than our men. I don't know, and I like barely care at this point. Anyhow, that's enough context.
See,
That's enough lying about
Wait a
Shoe's
minute.
past record.
I don't know. This is why this kind of comes off as like bad faith to me, because it's like, if you're gonna say, "Oh, here's a bunch of like bad things,
Terrible
what
things,
they're
yeah.
considering bad things that this person has done," and then you say, "Well, I don't know, or I don't care if they hold those beliefs anymore." Well, if you
Why
didn't
even bring them
care-
up?
Yeah, if you didn't care, you wouldn't have brought them up, because you're just poisoning the well here, right?
Yeah.
See, like, I don't know, because me and Joel aren't like friends. We just kind of like know each other. So this is like the best faith interpretation of me like any left winger on YouTube would ever say. so I'm like
I'll
thank
take
you,
it.
Lord. Like this is, yeah, I'll take it.
They just want to know which team everybody's on.
Yes.
For sure. They don't
Right.
like it when it's like unclear.
Yeah, that's another thing that we have in common with you, Shoe, because we don't want to be on a fucking team.
Amen, brother.
We're rebels.
What are we, some kind of suicide squad?
Good night, everybody. Da, 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 da.